Well, staying with politics, a point well made, by the way, Kelly. Hillary Clinton says she's going to take on Wall Street, announcing plans for new measures. It follows her comments last week when she said bank executives involved in the financial crisis should have gone to jail.
I took note of the fact that Ben Bernanke, who was running the Fed during all of this, just said, apparently in his memoir that's coming out, people should have gone to jail, and people should have gone to jail.
Now, some on Wall Street have zero concern. Former Morgan Stanley CEO John Mack says Clinton is just playing to the left, but she's not going to do anything to Wall Street or bankers if elected. Mack told Neil Cavuto in June that he supports Hillary.
To me, it's all politics. It's trying to get elected, to get the nomination.
So she's just parroting this line to get the nomination?
Well, if you're running, you got to win. As long as you read the tea leaves the right way, sometimes you have to go a little bit off center.
You don't think she would exercise that if she became president? She would be an anti-Wall Street president?
Listen, I think Hillary Clinton's a very smart individual. When you have 20 people in the field, you need to get attention, and I think it's just politics.
Kat, is Hillary just playing politics? And I want to remind you of something that no doubt you haven't forgotten. President Obama called bankers Wall Street fat cats at one point. But the financial system, for better or worse, has basically been functioning with the same restrictions, lack thereof, however you want to define it, since 2008. Is this a political play?
Of course it is. She sees Bernie Sanders becoming more popular with saying these kinds of things, and she's been criticized, and rightfully so, for being involved with Wall Street. This is the same person who's giving, or recently been giving, paid speeches at Goldman Sachs over the past couple of years. She's the same person, if we even really know who she is, because this is typical. If the narrative changes on gay marriage, she changes her narrative. The narrative changes on criminal justice, she changes her narrative. Now she sees...
I think that while the timing may be political, maybe she came out with this agenda earlier on because Bernie Sanders is picking up. I think the sentiment is right on, and I think she's all about accountability. She is talking about what the American people deserve from the financial institutions,
whatever she thinks people want her to be about. That's obvious.
Let me ask you both to take a pause because I have a specific question, and Kat, I'm going to ask you first. Kelly, you next. I mean, Hillary Clinton, like numerous candidates, and Donald Trump, love him or hate him, called everybody out, at least at one of the debates, saying everybody takes money. And Hillary Clinton certainly takes a lot of money, as other candidates do, from Wall Street. So in what way does that gel with the tone?
It doesn't. That's exactly the point. It's a talking point. It sounds great. She's hoping to take some of the people who are looking at Bernie Sanders and they'll feel a little better. Oh, she cares about this too. But it's just a talking point, just like so many of them, because it's not. It
costs a lot of money to run for president in this country.
Of course it does. But when I think of Hillary, I don't think of one consistent issue. Oh, this is something she really cares about.
Okay, speaking of consistency,
when she was running for Senate, she has always fought for regulation of Wall Street.
We actually had Dr. Ben Carson on earlier with Stuart Varney. Here's what he said about taxes on high-frequency trading.
Politicians love taxes, and they will come up with any excuse to tax people. I feel just the opposite. I think we have way too many taxes already. We need to be divesting ourselves of taxes, not increasing them.
This, of course, was in reference to this tax that Hillary Clinton has said high-frequency trading costs every single investor money. When she sees, if she is elected and can put this plan in place, she will tax high-frequency trading. Kelly, last word goes to you on that.
Yeah, I think that it's a kind of trading that's high risk with the American taxpayer on the hook if it doesn't work. So it's a fraction of a cent tax just to make it so that there's some accountability on behalf of the people that are participating in that kind of trading. So it's a tax, but it's about accountability more than anything else. And Hillary Clinton has always been for accountability in Wall Street and everywhere else. And she's a strong candidate.
Although she's having a tough time right now, especially with the server issues, which we're going to get to in just a minute. Kelly Grace Gibson, Kat Timpf, I thank you both as always. Thank you very much for your contributions. Picking up where we just left off, this intersection of politics